Moving on, viewers, we're getting more breaking news. Air India has issued a fresh statement saying that it is in the process of completing the one-time safety checks directed by the Indian Aviation Regulator DGCA. These checks are being carried out on a Boeing 787 fleet as they return to India before being cleared for their next operation. Air India has completed such checks on 9 of the Boeing 787 aircraft and are on track to complete the process for the remaining 24 aircraft within the timeline provided by the regulator. Some of these checks could lead to higher turnaround time and potential delays on certain long-haul routes, especially those to airports with operation curfews. So another statement coming in, and this is happening after that press conference by Civil Aviation Minister, who had highlighted that the checks are being made. Joining me live on this broadcast is my colleague Akhil. Akhil, this is a fresh statement coming in from Air India where they're saying that they are completing yet another security check, safety check of all the 787 Boeing fleet in Air India. Akhil.
Well, that's right, Madhurima. If you see what we have seen, that the regulatory body, which is the DGCA in this aviation case, has tightened its noose on the airplane carriers. Because if you see the incident which took place a few days back on June 12th, it has shook the entire nation, in which what we have seen that 241 lives have been lost. So for the safety protocol, the regulatory body DGCA has ordered for a safety protocol checkup, and after that what we have seen that the 9 Boeing 787 window 9 aircrafts have been checked, and there were 24 aircrafts which are still on different shows. So once they live back, they will also be checked by the aircraft carriers. So at this point in time, the latest development that we have got from Air India, that the 9 aircrafts which were over here, they have already been checked by the aircraft carrier. The latest development from the ground zero where we are at the accident site. So what we have seen so far, that since morning, because it's a multidisciplinary investigation which is going on over here, Madhurima. Because if you see, this is not one organization which is just doing the investigation part. Here what we have seen, that there are several agencies as well that are aiding the investigation process. And in that process, what we have seen, that UK-based agency has also arrived over here, and just few moments back, a short while ago, what we have seen that they have left from this very spot of accident site. And anytime soon we can expect that our team from US will also be arriving over here, that will aid the AAIB, which is the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau, which is basically investigating the entire case. So these investigating agencies will complete a report which will be submitted to the Ministry of Civil Aviation. Then only we will get to know that what actually took place during the time of incident when that unfortunate mishap took place. Because if you see, Madhurima, the airport, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Airport, is just a few kilometers away from this very BJ Medical College where that incident took place. When flight took off at around 1:39 p.m., within fraction of seconds, within 30 seconds, what we have seen, that there was a plummeted fall, there was a steep fall from the sky on this very building, in which what we have seen that there were 169 Indian citizens were there, 53 UK citizens were there, there were 7 Portuguese citizens were there, and there was 1 Canadian national. So all of them died. So out of those 242 people, 241 people have lost their lives, and there is only lone survivor. And on the ground zero, if you see, Madhurima, right now we can show you the visual over here. These are the resident doctors' family. So these families were living in this very apartments of this medical college. Right now you can see they are carrying their luggages, and they are moving from this very residential complex of this very BJ Medical College. So right now it's not apt for those medical staff and resident doctors to live over there. So that's why they are packaging their bags and moving this very place at this point in time. Back to you in the studio.
Akhil Jamil, thanks so much for joining us with those details coming in on Ahmedabad. Viewers, we will be continuing to get you more updates from Ground Zero, but we shift our focus to more stories.